Well, kia ora and welcome to this week's video newsletter. I've got David here. David teaches in the technology area, and in a moment we're going to talk about international students because David and his partner June host 3 homestay students, and we want to talk a little bit about that. This week, as well as the usual teaching and learning program that's happening, we've had a series of events happening at school as always. Yesterday we had Max Harris, former old boy, here with us, who spoke at Assembly and spoke to some other groups of students, largely about his work, his book, The New Zealand Project. Max is in Oxford, and it was just great to have him back at his old school to talk about a range of ideas. There's been a jazz festival on, which our students have been involved with the New Zealand School of Music. We had the Silver Stream Traditional Exchange this week with mixed results, but with some awesome play and connections. So that's some of the things that have been happening this week. But David, I wanted to get you on here to talk about our international student program. We have 73 international students. These students enrich our school, they create a cultural diversity for our school, they enable kids, our own Kiwi kids, to make international connections. But they also give some income to our school to make this a great place to learn and work, allowing us to develop facilities. And you and June have been homestay parents for 3 boys. Tell us about that. What happens for you and your household?
Well, at the moment we've got 3 boys. Shin, who arrived in year 9, so we've had him for nearly 2 years. He's over here to play rugby, and he's managed to make the second 15 this year as a year 11 student, so he's doing very well. At the start of this year we had Klaus arrive from Hong Kong, and he's arrived at year 12, and he's doing well. He's actually, I noticed, the librarian.
Great.
And Ken, he arrived at Easter, started here at the beginning of term 2, and he's coming at year 11, and he's even in my tutor class.
Oh, very nice.
So I can keep a close eye on him.
So you've got 3 international students living in your house, and all from different countries.
Yes.
Yeah.
We didn't want them from the same country so that they would then speak in their own language.
Yeah.
They have to speak in English and talk to each other.
Yeah. So one of the barriers we have about growing our international student program is just the number of homestays that we have. And it's pretty unusual for someone to have 3, but we wanted to get the message out to our community that if you or someone you know is interested in hosting an international student, you get paid $280 a week for hosting them. You do need to provide them with their own room and with 3 meals, I think. Is that how it works?
Yes.
We'd be really interested in finding out more. You can ring Kathy in our international office if you'd like more information about that. We really want to continue in this area, and if you could help us out, that would be absolutely fantastic. But David, I've also seen you doing another thing recently, and that is helping out the cast of the Buddy Holly Experience. Is that what it's called? Buddy Holly Experience?
Yes, that's right.
It's happening. What are you doing there?
Well, I'm teaching 3 couples how to do rock and roll dancing. One of the things that I enjoy, and so we've done that, and also another teacher and I have taught the whole cast some routines that they can actually do together, and dancing styles of the 50s so that they can dance to Buddy Holly on stage.
Brilliant.
Yes.
That's in the last week of term, this show. It's going to be a really exciting finish to our term, so don't miss out on tickets. I'm sure they'll go really fast. I'm going on the last night. I've got my tickets.
Yes, I'm going on Thursday night.
We just wanted to highlight to the community just a couple of issues we're having around some of our communications. We're aware that some of you aren't getting the group emails. So if you're watching this through some other way, through our website, it'd be a really good idea to check your spam and see whether there's stuff there, and maybe mark us as not being spam, and that might help that. So we apologise for that issue. And we've also had some issues with our website. So we're going to have a website rebuild next week. Going to deal with some issues. We've had some issues with the website, which weren't our fault, but we're trying to resolve. And so we just apologise for that. And next week we'll be working on that really hard. So so just accept our apologies for that, and hang in there, and we'll try and sort those out. Okay, thanks everyone. Have a great weekend.